Hello, it's Vidas again, and in this video I would like to talk about the role of grading in organ playing. Sometimes I observe my students how they perform during organ lessons, and I feel that they're very much concerned about getting the highest grades, getting 100 or A, right? In Lithuania, by the way, we use the system of grading from 1 to 10, 10-point system, and the highest grade obviously is 10, so they would be very happy to get 9 or 10 all the time. But if something happens and they make more mistakes than usual and I write them 7 or 6 or even 8, they might get very disappointed about their playing and get very much confused about their value as a person, you see. If they get 10, they feel good about themselves, right? Or if they get 5 or 6, they feel very bad, right? They are not worth anything at this moment. And I think this is the wrong strategy for the students to do this, because more important is your passion, not the grading, but the passion for this instrument, long-term passion. And if you're not feeling well today, you might really not play so well today, right? Make more mistakes than usual, and that's okay, you see. You don't have to worry about that. Today just is one day, and maybe tomorrow you will play much better. And but if you think about the grades all the time while playing for the teacher, right, then obviously something happens, and this thinking will lead you into making more mistakes. That's very dangerous thing, to think about mistakes, right, about the grading during playing. On the contrary, when playing, we would like to think about the musical things, about the structure of the piece, about the harmony, about the polyphony that is going on, about the voice leading, even hear each contrapuntal line. Basically, we would like to think like composers who created this piece and try to recreate this feeling of this musical compositions to our audience, to our listeners. That's the ideal feeling. And obviously we would like to enjoy this playing and move our listeners. But if we worry about the grades all the time, that's not the best strategy, obviously. So my advice to students, to you, if you're worrying about the grades, if you're playing for a professor or a teacher or your organ instructor and are concerned about getting the highest grades, I think it's better to think of you as a valuable person all the time, because yes, you are a valuable person and you are a competent person and you have talent, and if you are playing not so well today, that doesn't mean anything. Maybe yesterday you played much better, maybe tomorrow you will play much better. And just thinking long term is much more efficient and enjoyable strategy in organ playing. So keep this in mind when playing for others, because we always, not only in organ lessons, but during concerts or church services, or just playing for our friends and family, we sometimes get very tense and think about how they think of us, right? What they're thinking of our playing, what they're thinking about our performance, what they're thinking about our talent, about our value as a person, right? And that has nothing to do with the real performance. It has nothing to do with our value as a person, because really we are all very valuable, no question about it. Even though today is not the best day in our life, right? Maybe tomorrow will be better and we'll feel better and we'll play also more perfect. So my final advice is really to get into the habit of thinking long term, enjoy the playing, and think of your story that you are want to tell to your listeners while playing. I think the best thing when playing organ pieces for others is to simply to tell a musical story, and then the grading will be very distant thing in your mind, not so important at all. And not by accident, incidentally, the playing level, perfection level will advance, and you will be playing on much better level when you are not thinking about the grading and how well you are playing. I think the best thing to think about organ playing in public when you play for others is simply to help people enjoy music. So then you are thinking not about yourself but about others, you see, and that takes the pressure off you, and you are not thinking about the grading, about the comparison between you and your other peers, and how your professor might feel about you. And oftentimes this strategy leads to better results and better grades as well. So keep this in mind in your organ practice and organ playing in public. Thank you for watching.